How you doing, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. There's a lot going on in this video, plenty of trades being made, setting up for our final teams. And there's a reason why we're doing this. Majority of the teams here are using all their trades. And the theory there is getting to your final 17 as quickly as possible, getting as many great scorers as you can, and really maximizing the amount of high scores you can have for the rest of the season. We do get an extra 4 trades as of next week. So when you're ready to make trades in round 20, you will have 4 extra in your account. So just be aware of that when you're making your trades here. And then you'll potentially have close to 1 a week to cover for injuries. If you are going for your final team this week, then that's a good idea. You have that 4 left. I would be using it pretty much just to have for injuries and suspensions. If you do have a few trades left after this week, you probably have a couple more to make so you can get to your final 17 and then go from there with some injuries and suspension cover. So in terms of that, my team, the NRL Fantasy Analysis squad, has made the 3 trades that I had available this week. And the trades that I've gone for are Dylan Brown, Ezra Mam, and Mr. Zach Hosking for Adam Doueihi, Latrell Mitchell, and also Aaron Booth. So I've gone with the cash down value there, and that's going to get me, I do have the 92k available. That gave me an extra 80 odd to be able to make those potential trades. I could try and hold off if I wanted to. I don't have to do the Hosking to Booth trade, but I do get another potential potential player this week. So I'm not completely sold on it. I could, with Hosking being 340, I could remove that trade and reset it and just play Kohler and Hughes this week. I've got Savage there as well. So I've got plenty of options. If I keep Hosking, it gives me a chance to loop as well. So I'm definitely tempted by that. I think we can get a decent enough score out of Kohler up against, St. George there. So that's definitely a potential one for me. But those trade-ins gives me cover in the halves position. It gives me cover in the wing fullback position. I've got Latrell and Doueihi who are on the rise. Considering my team value isn't incredible, I think it gives me a pretty good setup. My halves now, I'm holding on to Jahrome Hughes. I just think he has a higher chance of improving his scoring over the next few weeks than what Dylan Brown does. Hughes is in a team that has been scuffling a little bit, and they are going to want to build up their form heading into the finals. And something he said over the last couple of days on a podcast or on to Channel 9 or Fox Sports or something was that everyone tends to underestimate them a little bit. They obviously usually end up somewhere in the finals in the top 4 clearly, and they're obviously aren't playing perfectly right now. They lost Cam Smith, they lost a bunch of players and Cooper Cronk and stuff, and they still end up in these positions. So if they just improve a little bit, start winning some games, he'll be on the back of that, obviously with some good runs, some try assists, some tries himself. So Hughesy, I'm just going to hold on to over Dylan Brown. Brownie was also a little bit extra money. So that's the theory there. I might hold on to that 1 extra trade, but if we're looking now, we've got centers. I've got Burton and Manu, which is great. Latrell, Tedesco, Hines. I've got Kohler there as cover. I could play around with Joey Manu as well if I want to. Cleary and Doueihi is solid in the halves with Hughes as backup. I would like obviously a DCE or something like that, but we might have to hold off on that. Unfortunately, we're missing out on guys like Murray as well. Cotter could be an interesting one in the next couple of weeks if there is an injury, but right now, this is where we're going for. I'm definitely tempted to change the Hosking back to Booth back to Hosking, but Boothie I think is decent enough to play this week if you want to. Something over 40 I think would be good. He should be able to tackle pretty hard in his game up against the Dogs, but the rest of the team's looking pretty solid. What are you guys' general thoughts on this one? Obviously having Cook being the best scorer up there, I've got cover for that position. Really happy with the cover I have in every position now, which is very much ideal. I've got a bunch of middle/edge dual guys. Center, obviously missing Aiken, but generally it's pretty good. Wing fullbacks, I'm happy with my 3. I reckon I've got the best in that position. Just generally, I think the team's improved to a much better position. And maybe if I remove that trade there, I'll have the 1 left. And if something happens, I could do an upgrade, downgrade over the next few weeks. Because right now I have the 2 cash outs in Pole and Palacia. Booth could be used as a potential scorer. So I do have room to potentially do that 1 cash down to like a 220 guy if I want to from Hosking and try and get a Cam Murray or a DC or whatever happened, a Cotter, something like that over the next few weeks. So it's definitely something on my radar. And let me know what your thoughts are on this one, and what in the comments of what you're trying to do with your team. Like, subscribe, guys. I appreciate that muchly. Head-to-head squad. We have all of our trades used in this one. Hughes, Frizzell, May, and Mam for pretty cool trades. DCE, Cam Murray, Adam Doueihi, and Aaron Booth. So the setup here is pretty cool as well. I'm going to loop a guy. I've got 3 here that are non-playing, Hosking, Falls, and also Lewis. So it leaves me 18 decent players. I'm happy with Booth or playing for Tala Mariner. We're looking for a bounce back from Offengawe. We got Murray in there. The reason I went DCE, I was planning to get Cleary, but it allowed me to get an extra gun. So I wouldn't have been able to get Murray, for example, if I didn't go for DCE. And I think he's going to be a solid captaincy option each and every week over the remainder of the season, just given the fact that they are a team that is at the bottom of the 8, and they need to play well to cement themselves in that position. He doesn't have Tommy Trbojevic to help him get there. He's going to have to do a lot of the work, along with obviously Foran, who's been playing really well, but I think DCE is a great shout there. You could be captaining Murray, you could be captaining Damien Cook, you can captain Hines. There's a lot of guys that we could captain. Obviously, it's not super clear each and every week, but he is averaging a little bit under Cleary, but it's not too far away. And I think that getting Murray in there is a little bit more important than having Cleary and not being able to get Cammy Boy in, given he's the best in his mid position there. So that's the general thoughts around that squad. It leaves me with To'o as some cover in the wing fullback along with Doueihi. We have that half cover, which is awesome. The main issue in this team is just not having any center cover. So what the next 4 trades will be are straight out for cover. Really happy with the 17 that we have. For Tala Mariner could be played in there, I think, over Boothie. But with this week, we can do a loop with a few of these guys, playing at later times of the week. I'm really happy with the setup of the squad. Just missing Cleary is the only issue so far. I think Offa's going to bounce back. To'o is a pretty cool one to chuck in the interchange as he is a boom factor as well. McInnes, I think, is great to still have. You've got Munster and DCE, so it's a really nice halves pairing without Cleary. And we're missing UNH, and that would be probably it as the guns that we would be looking for. Didn't bring in Latrell in this one. Thought I'd go for Murray, be a little bit safer. So still got Adam with the 520 rather than spending the 620 up there. And yeah, leave 74k for some upgrades or some potential trades for injuries and suspensions. We move to the people squad, and very contentious this one here, whether we actually use just straight up 4 trades or we actually use 2. So I'm going to show you here what it looks like with 4. And then we're going to go from there. So I'll get out of these 2 just so I can make some changes potentially here. We'll see how it goes. If not, we'll have to reset the video and go again. In that one, just edit it, I should say. So, people squad trades are Pap, Savage, Mam, Brown to Latrell, Doueihi, Murray, and Booth. So it sounds pretty great, right? And the team setup looks awesome. But the issue here is the emergencies. Palacia, Moale, Matamua, and Volkman. It means we're playing Booth every week for the rest of the year unless there's an injury. Jackson, Garrick, Doueihi, all great options there on the side. Our halves, we have the best potential combination with Cherry and Cleary. We have Murray and Cook, which is awesome. Papali'i's still there. Adam Elliott, Crichton, and Harris, all great options there, with Jackson as our cover for mid and edge on our bench. Burton and Aiken being the best centre combination, and our wing fullbacks are Hines, Teddy, and Latrell, which are 3 of the best that are available in that section. Great. All looking great. It's just that extras on the emergency. So we're leaving 42k in the bank, which isn't ideal exactly, but it leaves us 4 trades from here on in to make potential switches for injuries and suspension. And the other question now is, if we just went the 2 trades, it was going to be, so we did Pap, Savage, Mam, Brown. If we just did 2, it would be Pap and Brown. Okay, so that keeps us Savage and Mam for cover, right? And it would be Pap and Brown for Doueihi and Murray. So that would leave us without Trell and without bringing in an extra cheaper guy in Booth. So what that would mean is we would have the 17 solid players, right? All we're doing is switching 2 guns that we had before, Pap and Brown, for 2 guns now, Doueihi and Murray. With our first one, we remove an injured guy, so a gun, and we remove 2 mid-rangers. So 2 guns and 2 mid-rangers for 3 guns and a cheapie that can score. So I suppose that's the question mark here, is if you reverse that, it's Pap and Brown for Doueihi and Murray. So I suppose I just want to get you guys to let me know in the comments what we should do with that one. So if you think about it, we would then have, so Savage and Mam would be in there. And then you've got Trell, Booth. So you'd replace Savage with Trell and Mam with Booth. So Savage in there, and he would be playing Savage. Is that okay? Let me know what you think. He would be on the interchange or starting, doesn't matter. Garrick would be there. and then you'd have Mam over Booth. That would leave us with 2 trades left. That's the other way to think about it. So how many points are we losing if we don't have Latrell and Booth? So let's just say Latrell averages 50, Booth averages 40. There's 90. Could you say that Mam and Savage would average 90? Probably not. Probably 75 to 80, which is solid. But the question that you ask yourself then is, those 2 trades, is it worth that? You know, keeping them over the next couple of weeks and using them to potentially, cover for injuries, or do an upgrade, downgrade then? Let me know your thoughts on this one. Obviously, the 4 trades now makes it look pretty sick, but if we do have an injury or 2, we are in a little bit of strife, and might have to play a Palacia or a Palacia is really the only one that we could play in this one. It would be nice if Volkman was still around, but yeah. Generally, that's my thoughts. And do we captain Cleary or do we captain DCE? That is the secondary thoughts. Let me know in the comments, guys, or DM me on the Discord. Bombard me if you think you should be that we should be making any different trades or transfers there. That's that video, guys. I hope you enjoyed that one, and we'll catch you in the next few videos. See you later. Have a good weekend.